Today we gotta talk about TikTok. Yeah, TikTok. We gotta have a conversation. Ex-workers who are black people, alleged that TikTok's owner retaliated after racism complaints. Two former black employees say in a new EEOC complaint that their manager sabotaged work performance, disparaged them with negative stereotypes. Wow. So TikTok itself apparently is engaging in some anti-black racism, huh? Apparently, after congressional and senatorial hearings and the president talking about it, apparently that wasn't enough. Apparently, anti-black racism is just rampant on the app and within the company. And it comes from the top, apparently. Two black ex-employees are accusing TikTok owner ByteDance of retaliating against them after they complained about racial discrimination in the workplace. Nettie Matima and Joel Carter filed a complaint against ByteDance on Thursday morning with the EEOC, or Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, the federal agency that administers civil rights laws in employment. Matima, who sold ByteDance's business collaboration tool Lark, and Carter, who worked as an advertising policy manager at TikTok, alleged in their complaint that their direct managers routinely sabotage their work performance while simultaneously disparaging them with negative stereotypes. Wow. But when they formally complained to the company, they alleged the discrimination they experienced only got worse. The complaint, which is seeking class action status, alleges it was ByteDance's standard operating procedure to brazenly retaliate against workers who complain about discrimination. Oh, sounds very similar to when you do appeals to community guideline strikes. The dismissive nature, how they don't ever actually get back to you, how they will demonetize you, how they'll stop you from advertising, all that stuff. Wow. So this is a quote from the complaint. Quote, "This case represents the dilemma that way too many black professionals face today. They can ignore discrimination and let biased supervisors sabotage their careers, or they can report that discrimination and suffer retaliation that often leads to being ousted by the company." End quote. Wow. And if this is what's happening to the black employees of TikTok, what do you think is happening to the black creators? Just curious. It will be up to the EEOC to determine whether to investigate just their individual claims or investigate ByteDance for systemic patterns of discrimination and retaliation. From there, the EEOC will determine if there is a reasonable chance that ByteDance violated the country's laws barring discrimination against people on the basis of race or disability status, said Peter Romer Friedman, the lawyer representing Carter and Matima. Wow. And ByteDance did not respond to this author's article here for comment. TikTok spokesman Michael Hughes said in a statement that the company has a strong record of championing diversity and inclusion. Really? A strong record? Strong record, TikTok? Are you sure about TikTok? You're claiming you got a strong record of supporting diversity and inclusion. That's fascinating. Let's check on the accuracy of that claim. You say that, right? You say that. So, if that's true, why are black creators saying that their accounts are being banned for strange and unjust reasons? Right? In response to these incidents, spokespeople for TikTok told BuzzFeed News that the company is committed to seeing that our policies and practices are fair and equitable. But you're not. Black creators and your black employees are saying you are absolutely not. Black creators on TikTok are saying their accounts are being banned for reasons they say are unwarranted or just perplexing. They believe that either the platform's automation has been erroneously flagging their content, or users mass reported them as a form of harassment. Some accounts were banned after creators said they received racist and threatening messages. Those affected told BuzzFeed News they want the platform to do better to protect black creators, especially after announcing their Black Creators Incubator program this month, which is a long time ago, and it went nowhere. Went absolutely nowhere, right? Caleb Derry posted a TikTok to thousands of followers on his original account. He joked about and he joked that a cultural difference between white and black people is the idea that white people do not use an exfoliation in the shower, right? That's all he said. Right? The video was instantly flagged. Right? And it was responded to, large creator, and then it was flagged down, right? He was called all kinds of names in messages. He just simply gave his opinion. It was a joke. Right? The account got banned. That happens to black creators all the time for jokes. For jokes. So don't be crying to me about Joe Rogan or anybody else who gets a community guideline strike or anybody else, because I don't want to hear it. It happens to black creators all the time. See, these TikTok creators say they're still being suppressed for posting Black Lives Matter content. At one point, the algorithm was the algorithm was so bad that merely mentioning Black Lives Matter was grounds to have your content shadow banned and or removed and your account banned. Seriously. A number of creators who spoke to Time Magazine say that they have either experienced noticeable declines in viewership and engagement on their videos after posting content in support of the Black Lives Matter movement, or notice recent instances where they felt that TikTok's community guidelines weren't being fairly applied to black creators. So why are all these people saying this, TikTok, if you ain't got a problem with racism? Fed up with TikTok, black creators are moving on. Why is that, TikTok? If you don't have a problem with racism, and if you don't have racists among your staff, potentially even owns the company, why is this happening then? Why are so many black creators saying this? Why are your black employees, why are they saying this? Why? Wouldn't that be weird? Wouldn't that be weird? And the black employees who were working for you say that they were fired after complaining to HR. They were fired after complaining to you. So when they came to you and says, hey, I need you to be an ally for me, I'm experiencing racism. Right? You fired them. So, to let black people know the true status of you on TikTok, YouTube, Twitter or X or Facebook, Threads. I mean, it doesn't matter what platform you find yourself on, Twitch. I don't care what platform you find yourself on. There's a different set of rules when it comes to you. You have oftentimes more talent than the next person, but talent alone doesn't help you rise to the ranks. You got to work harder than the next person. But even if you do, that hard work can be just struck down with a match flag. And stuff like this shows you. So when everybody says, oh, I'm being unfairly flat, you can just say, okay, well, welcome to the crowd. Because when it was us, you said nothing. Because us being flagged down, us being removed from TikTok, us being removed from YouTube, Twitter, or X, or Facebook, that's a benefit for the people who are not black who are competing with us. Because then you don't have to compete with us. You can steal our ideas, and because the ideas are no longer on the platforms because it got flagged down or the account got banned, then you can just claim ownership of it. See, that's how it works. Just in case you think you got so many allies, you really don't. You really don't. Because a lot of these allies that you think you have are the same people that are flagging down your videos. This is why I don't really go for people telling me, give me political advice or just telling me how to make my content, because the very same people are smiling in your face, but right behind your back, flagging your stuff down out of jealousy. So it is what it is, man. Another day in the life of being a black creator on the internet.